Hi guys, I am back, David Uchiha, and this is episode or part 4 of what Deku had kurama. Now, last episode, the villains attacked and Orochimaru, but Deku, with the help of heroes from All Might, was able to defeat the villains, so then they will retreat. And you probably are saying, we're starting off in the UA like at the beginning. No, we will be starting back. So, in this era, right now, just to tell you, subscribe, ring that notification bell, so then you could be notified on each video. Now, let's start it. So, at the start, Shigaraki tells Orochimaru right now, and he says, oh my gosh, if you wasn't in my way, we would have killed All Might. And Orochimaru easily says, no, I got the thing that I just wanted. So, again, Shigaraki's like, you idiot, we didn't even get the kid too. What's wrong with you? You're nothing, and leave my headquarters now before I make you leave. But it's not gonna be out that door. And this is when Shigaraki noticed something. A snake around him. And then after that, Orochimaru easily looks back at Shigaraki and he says, so you're gonna kill me, huh? You're nothing compared to me. And just to think about it, I might kill you first. He's on, and then Orochimaru's like, your quirk will be good, and your body too. Imagine me in that type of body, being younger. Oh my gosh, I'll be better than you in each way. And before this, the person thought this, okay, we gotta teleport out of here. And then Shigaraki's like, this kid's funny. This person's funny. Then we put that smile upside down and easily evaporates the snake and easily attacks Orochimaru. Of course, Orochimaru's holding back, but Shigaraki does has his fill. And then finally, Orochimaru catches his hand while Shigaraki puts his hand on Orochimaru's face and he says, if I use my quirk, you're dead. And then after that, Orochimaru easily says, you're gonna kill me or what? And he brings a kunai trying to stab Shigaraki, but out of nowhere Shigaraki catches it. He takes it out of his hand and stabs Orochimaru with it. Orochimaru clearly isn't dead. He says, it's gonna take way more than that to kill me, kid. And then Shigaraki says, I know, so that's why I'm gonna kill you now. And finally, he evaporates Orochimaru from existence. He says, that was one day, huh? Now, I guess we'll get the kid and kill All Might at the same time. Be a win-win. But of course, there's someone waiting there. Kabuto, he learns about this. Now, right, Shigaraki leaves. Kabuto collects the blood from Orochimaru, and just like in the same original story, he turns into like the snake version of Kabuto. And he's kind of like in the shadows trying to find Izuku before Shigaraki does. Now it's time for the UA Festival. Aizawa and Kakashi easily state that UA Festival will be going on. For there will be maybe some villains, but we have multiple heroes around the area. So we have to try to stay them out. This is when All Might and Jiraiya say, this is important for your heroship. So if you want to be a hero, you have to do this. You have to come at first. This will give you more of a time. And All Might easily transforms his arms. Yes, young Midoriya. If I still had my quirk at this time, I would have gave it to you. Ha ha ha. But anyway, you still have to try your hardest. Now again, I'm pretty sure Jiraiya and All Might, they will be having like lunch with Izuku. And then like, same thing. But to tell it, they get an announcement. Now it's from Bakugo and Izuku. And Bakugo says, okay, like in normal, he says, okay, I'm gonna win this sports vestibule. And easily, they start getting mad. They probably like throw some books. And then that's when Izuku's like, hey, it wasn't even me. Why are you throwing them all at me? Finally, Izuku tries to scream, stop. But they are just, I don't care about your stop. Maybe you should get your weirdo friend out of here. And finally, Izuku snaps. And he says, with chakra, his eyes turning red. And he says, stop. And that's loud. But the students stop. It's like if they feel something around their body. Large amounts of energy. And so much energy that's even like they can't move. And one of them says, what is your quirk? And then Izuku says, you don't want to know that by now. Maybe you should look and see. But right now, you should stop. And Bakugo easily says, come on, Power, what's wrong with you? You didn't have to do that to him. Easily Izuku says, well, if I didn't catch on, probably they would have got on my nerves. I didn't really want to kill them. And this gets, the second they hear kill them, they get all frightened. And they're all just, oh my gosh, how are we going to stand a chance against this guy? Like, the yellow hair freak was weird. But this one's like over us. Now easily Izuku looks at them and says, I want all of you guys to do your best. You don't? Well, you don't want to know that. Now easily, first stage. And it's about a race. Now again, Izuku's probably like running. That has normal speed. But he does get into a type of the Daito so then he could get faster. But not like that much. Now again, I'm pretty sure he gets a shield and he's all this could be used for later. When it's the line though, this is way better than he thinks. He gets 2 shadow clones to grab him and then boost him up. But he does that, he makes sure that other players, if they're crossing the line, don't get there before him. And does a fireball, something like that. And he does it, burning all the lines, making it skip through for all the other players. And he says, try to avoid that. You might need your quirks at all of your level for that one. And then now, it's Todoroki, Bakugo, they're going the same way. And again, it's finally at the bomb starter. Now Izuku does the same thing, but he does it way faster. Finally, Todoroki, Bakugo, they're fighting each other. But finally, until they see something. Wait a minute. That's a bigger blast. No, this is like a way bigger blast. He does use his shield, but he posted a Rasengan at the bombs instead. So it can make an even bigger one, making it farther hit. Second this blast comes, he passed Kachan and Todoroki, but then steps on them and does it again. Another one with a Rasengan. And then that's even, well, that's not even bigger, but it's another big one. And then finally, Izuku runs to the finish line. He goes ahead, and he crosses the finish line, and then everybody says, Izuku Midoriya is the winner. Now this gets Jiraiya and all my pretty presents all this. Oh, I didn't think that that young Midoriya didn't have the skills to, but I guess it paid off. You want to know something? All Might, Zuko was probably kind of useless before he learned how to use his quirk. But that's when the intelligence comes in. Even without his quirk at this time, he still could have won. He just wanted to make this faster for himself. Just double checking again. That is true. Without Izuku did not use his quirk in the normal timeline, and he still won the battle. So, but let's keep going. So, it's finally headband. Izuku has to rip headbands out of other people, or other people try to rip headbands. Now again, Izuku's probably asking for people. First judge, well, he chooses like, he's all this, Bakugo. You want to help me, but Bakugo, says Izuku. I know if we do this, but you have a pretty high headband. Everybody's going to be coming for us. I like being the leader of this gig. I'll try to make sure you keep up. If we don't, we could always take that Todoroki guy on head. And again, Izuku's like, so everybody's my enemy. Until Chakra Maraka comes in and she's like, hey Izuku, you want to be partners? Now again, I'm pretty sure the same people are partners. Now they're ready for the headband. Again, the guy uses his quirk, and Izuku gets stuck. He does the whole try driftboarding, but instead of Kachan coming in, all the other people come in. And this is when Bakugo stops. They're all just, aren't you ready to go get Midoriya's headband? But instead of Bakugo says, change of plan. Midoriya could keep his old headband. We'll just rip the other ones from other people. Now this gets everybody confused, and they're all this, don't you want to get out the top? It's all this, you idiot. Me and Power, we've been friends for all along. And you think that I will turn against him? Yes, he was annoying sometimes, but he knew how to make a good plan. So we're ready to team up. But before that, we're gonna kill everybody here. Now get people coming. This looks like bad observation for Izuku until a big blast comes out and he's on this. Come on, you could even last 13 minutes, Power, without my help. You might act all big and strong, and you probably defeated me before, but now I won't be holding back, and shows all of his blasts. Now Izuku noticed, and he says something to his teammates, and he says, hey, if anything else goes wrong, if we're trapped, I will have to use my power. A newer one, an even stronger one that I have before. Now this gets everybody confused and all this, what power? We've only saw a little bit of your power of full force. And that's until Izuku says, I've learned a new trick up my sleeve. My master taught me it. But let me just make sure nothing else goes wrong. Now, then after that, it's finally. And now same thing plays off. Mineta gets his headband stolen. Yep, everything. But it's until the end. Todoroki versus Izuku. And this is at the time. Izuku's ready. He's ready to go against Todoroki. And he knows that there's no way out. He put a barrier. Oh, this is when he activates the power that he's been talking to. So just everybody hold on as tight as you can. This could be a little bit hard for your bodies. And out of nowhere, he closes his eyes, meditates. And then this gets Todoroki. He's all just, what is he doing? But that's until he opens his eyes. He sees it. It's not red. It's kind of like a yellowish, but it's like orange linings are under his eyes. No. And Izuku said, and then Jirai says, oh, I guess he used the power now. And All Might's confused. He's like, just what happened? And that's until Izuku shows his eyes and he says it. This is a move. Anybody could do this, but especially me. This is what we call Sage Mode. And that's the thing that I'm going to do it from. And he's fighting Todoroki. He's just trying to like get his grip, trying to dodge a lot of attacks. But finally, Todoroki, again, Ida gets all of his energy and gets it right there and swoops the headband out of Izuku. Now, Izuku has none. He has to take it back. Again, he gets it, but that's a chill. Now, that's a chill. Todoroki activates his fire side, and he says it. He's ready. Izuku tries to take, and finally Izuku sees this, but he realizes something. This isn't the same Todoroki. So with his hand, he throws a punch while Todoroki throws a flame attack at Izuku. Izuku dodges, and so does Todoroki dodge his punch, but it's a chill. His whole team gets on the ice, and then after that, he was like, "What just happened?" And then that's when Todoroki says, "I don't know. He didn't punch me, but it felt like if he did." That's when Izuku says, "This is Sage mode. I told you this last time." But later Izuku says, "Crap. I can't hold this on for long, and I can't leave the Shadow Clone anywhere. I'm gonna be like, crap. I forgot what he said, but he's all this. I can't do it because if he touches it, he's technically not allowed to play anymore. But he's all this. So I have to do this quick and easy. Finally, he takes another whoosh, and he gets one. But Todoroki still has 2 headbands. Izuku knows that he has, but he still wants to take that headband back. Because Todoroki, from him seeing his fire side, he knew that Todoroki was going to be hard. So of any part, he had to defeat him. But Todoroki got him. Right there, his Sage mode stopped. And as he stopped, Todoroki easily got his hand. And he says, "Okay, I guess you got to take a few headbands, Midoriya. But I'm going to take them all back from you." But that's a chill. A blast comes in, ice breaking. And then, again, Bakugo says, "Izuku, come on, Power, what are you doing? We have to go." And he throws another attack at Todoroki. Todoroki dodges it, and he says, "What's happening?" And then that's until Bakugo shows another explosion, and he's on this. Aren't you gonna get that headband or what? I already have a few." And then that's when everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, that's a lies. I told you I'll kill the whole entire stadium, no matter what." And it's again, he says, "There's only one way. Throw me at Todoroki. There's only a few seconds. I could probably make it." And that's what the team does. Bakugo throws a blast. He's all this, "I'll make sure I attack him. You just get the headband." Izuku gets it. Todoroki has nothing. And again, he says, he's all this, "There's only one choice. I have to do it." And he uses his flame. That's again. And then after that, Izuku goes. He uses his flame side on Bakugo and his ice side. He easily makes an ice barrier in front of Izuku before. Izuku easily charges over Rasengan and breaks it open and all this. "Don't think you're gonna get me rough like that, Todoroki." Then Bakugo easily gets Todoroki's armies out. It burns my hand. "They'll make you lose." Finally charges a blast at Todoroki. And then this gets smoke. Todoroki's confused. He doesn't know where any of them are, but that's when Izuku gets his stretches. And Bakugo easily says, "Come on, Power, get the headband quick, or you're gonna lose." And Izuku reaches out, and he touches it, and he grabs it, but then, it does swoop off Todoroki, but the timer already stopped. And they said Todoroki in second place. Now this gets everybody confused. And he's all this. Then who was in first place? And he's all this. Kosuke Bakugo in first place. Wait a minute. You have all of the headbands? And then that's when they're all getting confused. It's all this. Well, I told everybody. So they're all just, but who are you going to choose for the next round? Now easily people are just, okay, choose your team. And I choose this team. How I choose this team? Like, anyway, it doesn't count. I have anything. And then finally, Izuku fights the person. So he starts saying trash about Izuku. Now his friend was like, oh, bad. And he's trying to get control of Izuku's mind. But Izuku remembers. Izuku's like way more intelligent from Jiraiya's training. Jojo, stop! So he's more intelligent from Jiraiya's training. And he easily just doesn't do it. He taps into the ninth chakra. And then after that, he attacks full force. This gets the guy being like, I'm gonna attack. Then I'll attack in full force too. Until he learns Izuku's more faster than him. And Izuku tackles him. And he doesn't leave nothing. And easily he punches Izuku right in his face. But that's when Izuku throws his own punch right in his gut. And then after that, this makes him cough out. And then he learns, what's wrong with this kid? And he almost gets up again before he grabs Izuku, trying to throw him out. But that's when Izuku does some smart tactics. He gets his leg, and he says, don't you hurt my friend! But before the person could control his mind, Izuku kicks him out the stadium, making kids win. And he says to him, you're good, but you should never insult people. Now, a few more rounds later, everything goes the same. Bakugo, yep, all the other stuff. Tetsu versus Kirishima. The same thing goes, like, everything goes good. And now it's fine. Now it's time. Todoroki versus Deku. Fight we've been waiting for, kind of. But it's time for the fight. And Todoroki says, your friends. You call friends you're helpful? My father made sure that I will lose. So I decided to only use my fire side because there was two people ganging up on me. But now, it's time. And that's easily. He taps into the ninth chakra and he says, then let's go. It's the fight time. And he brings multiple shadow clones and he throws them all at Todoroki. Todoroki gets his ice barrier. And like the same, he throws ice, but Izuku does it, but with a Rasengan. But this confuses All Might and Jiraiya. And Jiraiya easily says, if he got into his Sage mode right now, he could have easily defeated him. Why isn't he doing it now? All Might says, you want to know something? Our kids will probably try their best. They already go at full strength, but with young Midoriya here, he'll make sure that the kids do, even though they don't want to. Now again, Izuku throws some punches, and then that's until he hits Todoroki with a Rasengan, and he says, stop relying on this quirk. It's your quirk, not his. Show me your real power, Todoroki. That's when Todoroki snaps. He remembers what his mom, All Might, said from the video clip, and he goes full burst into his flame side, and this gets Izuku happy. And he gets a shadow clone, and makes that shadow clone meditate, and he gets into Sage mode. And then that's when Todoroki figures out that the shadow clone's doing it, and if he doesn't destroy that shadow clone quick, then after that, so he throws ice, but Izuku easily blocks it with Rasengans. And then gets to Rasengan Shuriken, he's all just, dodge it, Todoroki! And Todoroki gets his fire side, burning the place. And he says, then let's go. And again, Cementos tries to make a barrier. But before that can happen, Todoroki easily shoots a fireball. And that gets Izuku's shadow clone. Then Izuku knows that only has one shot at this. He gets two tiny Rasengan shurikens and throws them. and it goes somewhere. Nobody sees it, but it goes in the air. But that's it too. Zuko charges up her Rasengan and he says, Todoroki, don't think I'm stupid. And finally, Tomatoes does it. Todoroki burns everything. Everybody's trying to stop each other. And finally, they drew full power. It breaks all of it. But that's until Todoroki thinks he won. Two Rasengan and the fire have clashing into each other. Todoroki thinks he's gonna win. His fire is way more stronger but that's until he sees what Izuku leads to. Two tiny Rasengan shurikens. And for a blink of an eye, it all explodes. Izuku smiling. And then that's when it gets. Everybody's saying, what happened? I only just saw the two Rasengan shurikens in the smoke. Then after that, they made an even bigger blast. That's Todoroki on the ground, unconscious. By Izuku, almost there. But there's something else. Todoroki wakes up and he sees another unconscious Izuku. He learns. Did he actually win? Did he break the Rasengan in time? That's until he says, you were strong, but I was stronger. And then they give the win to Todoroki until they see something. Only smoke. And they see a hole. They learn that Izuku dug under it, and he's wondering where Izuku is. For Izuku pumps out of the ground in front of Todoroki and hits him with an uppercut, and he says, psh. And the Todoroki can't move at this time, and he says, you're strong, but remember something, Todoroki. Never give up. And never think that you're unworthy of your own quirk. This gets Todoroki. He smiles and he says that Izuku has won the battle, as he can't move. And then they start friendship. Now, finally, Tenya Ida versus Izuku. Izuku throws a tiny Rasengan shuriken. Tenya didn't know what was happening to Todoroki, so he tries to dodge it the best of he can, as Izuku keeps throwing them until he sees something, a punch. Now, he doesn't get it, but he dodges it. But until Izuku swipes his hand behind him and says, now, I'll go. And then Tenya just says something. Multiple Rasengan shurikens. He runs as fast as he can, and they all blow up behind him. And then he says, I dodged them all. And that's when Izuku says, I wasn't trying to hit you. That's when Tenya says his mistake, that he stepped out of the ring himself. And he says, and easily, Izuku Midoriya says, don't try to be too pressed that you win. Now, Tenya is eliminated, but finally, it's Bakugo versus Izuku Midoriya. Bakugo's ready. He says, okay, I'll go easy on you, Deku. But Zuko easily, not Deku power, so he's autistic. I'll go easy on you, power, and then Zuko says it. No, I won't go all out. And finally, he draws a Shadow Clone, Sage Mode power. And he says, I'll try to do my best. That's how I did to Todoroki. And they have a big battle. Explosion to explosion. Bakugo shows many of them. And Izuku's trying to dodge them as good as he can. And Bakugo's trying to make sure that Izuku can't blow any punches. So then he doesn't get hit. But until it's finally, all the smoke clears. And then they only see a beat up Izuku versus a beat up Bakugo. Bakugo says, if I let any more explosions out, I can't do anything. But Izuku says, if I can't use any more chakra, now it's only just a fight between fists. And during this fight, until Suku finally does it. He punches Bakugo with strength as hard as he can. Bakugo gets hurt. He falls back. And he lands down. But not the moment he says, Deku, just power. This is not the end. You were first just a little brat. Finally, Izuku and Bakugo throw a final punch. And they both collapse to the ground. And then that's when they all say, what just happened? And then they learned that this fight was a tie. And now, Bakugo and Izuku have both been eliminated. And it was a tie. They get praised by All Might. And then that's the end of the video. I was trying to put all these things as quickly as I could because I didn't want this to be really long. So sorry if you had to wait through this so long. And if I skip some parts, try to remind me. But bye guys. And again, subscribe, hit that notification bell so then you can be uploaded to each video. Bye.